Boom, we are recording again. Welcome back. Okay, so
You just hear Calidus singing in his solitary cell, and
all
an
right.
oddly deep voice for his small little character. Swing low, sweet
I was
chariot,
actually gonna say something
swing
about
low and
that.
carry me home.
As you're sitting there and singing, the door opens suddenly, and you see like two lizards coming in, and they kind of aim their weapons to you, and they say, "Come out." No, no struggle.
As they point the guns at me, and I literally raise my hands unfairly quickly, and I just literally, oh, as they say that, I do just as they say. I
All
do
right.
nothing more, nothing less.
Okay, they bring you to another room. This
'Cause I
time
am,
you have never been in this corridor before. They turn a corner and they kind of go to they kind of go to a panel. They knock on the panel and it opens up to like a combination code. And he presses some buttons and a secret door opens into a corridor. And they bring you into the corridor and they walk down a few steps, and then another door opens in, and they kind of like pushes you in. And there is like a table in there with a chair, and there's like a single light from that is hanging up from the ceiling, and you see like this bigger lizard standing there. He's kind of dressed in this very very nicely put uniform. He has like golden tags on his shoulder, and you see that he has a name tag that says Alexander. He has like little red markings on his face and has like this big scar over one of his eyes. And he says, "Please sit down, Mr. Cadius."
I do so, and can I describe my character a little bit fancier than I did before?
Um, sure, if you like.
All right. As I sit down, my character is one of the few people in the prison who actually has a nice pressed outfit.
Yeah, you have like an outfit that has a little bit
No
of
tatters, no nothing, completely nice, completely pressed, freshly washed every day kind of thing, you know?
yeah, like you wash them yourself or let somebody else wash them, and you also like have managed to get like a different color of each kind of each piece of clothing. So like your underwear is green or white.
Everything matches. I have full
Actually,
on outfits instead of just several little.
no, it's like in the prison here. It's a status thing to have different colors on your clothing.
Yeah.
So like, you have like green pants, like a gray shirt, and like maybe white underwear or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, okay, he looks you over and he. Now I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. I want you to tell me truthfully.
I look at him
Um,
unflinchingly and let him continue.
what do you know about the suit?
I look to him and I kind of coy. I'm gonna say coyfully. Um, Goes nothing more than he's the man who's keeping me here.
Nothing more than that. Why would you then try to target him?
As I said, man keeping me here. And I go, I didn't say anything of the sort. I don't know what you're talking about. Quickly denying his previously made statement. Almost being a little bit dickish about it, feeling as if he can get away with it just because of who he is, whether they know or not.
Well, let me just tell you something here. The suit is not the one that's keeping you here. It's yourself that is keeping you here. Every day, every hour, one of these prisoners they do something, and their time here just extends.
I look
The
to him
suit
and I
is just
smile almost playfully, and I go, "Oh, if it's me that's keeping me here, then why haven't I walked out the front door yet? Because if I had that option, I believe I would have taken it."
That comment have just put on 5 more years on your sentence.
My character quickly goes from calm to outraged. How dare you? Do you know who I am?
We know exactly who you are, and you have no power here. You have been put here by the law that we uphold. We of the syndicate of lawmaking. The suit is just a benefactor in all of this. He lets us have our station here. He has nothing to do with this. Have nothing to do with keeping you here. But that
my character goes. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
But you have no right to threaten his life. By doing so, you have extended your prison time here with another lifetime.
I've done no such thing. Prove it was me.
He kind of snaps his finger, and you kind of hear this magnetic transmission that you were making, kind of translating it to what you were saying. Kind of when the suit comes on, target him.
I would go, prove that was me. How can you prove that was me who done so? Plenty of people on here who probably have the capability of planting such transmissions.
He snaps his fingers again, and you see like this other monitor coming up, a video feed from one of the drones. Kind of standing there doing your magnetic vibrating thing.
Watching me do it?
Yes. We can see that it was you. Nobody else was doing any vibrating at that time.
Vibrating.
My character shows a brief moment of frustration and goes, "Still, I don't see enough proof here to add 5 years onto my sentence."
Trying to negotiate or questioning your current state and sentence have added 2 more years to your current sentence.
My character shows a brief moment of frustration, then gets intensely fluffy and just shuts up.
Alright.
Yes, intensely fluffy, that's his sign of anger.
He's just kind of smiles a little bit and be like, alright, that should have teach you a thing or two. Don't try to make any more threats. Next time you end up a week in the confinatory cell.
Wanting to mention his family's name and titles again, he quickly denies himself and holds down.
And also we will be adding extra years to your already lifelong sentence. He just kind of snaps his fingers. The 2 guards coming in, they grab you and they pull you out, and they bring you out again up to the main room where there is now free time. They basically just kind of throw you in. Okay, the rest of you have all done your works. I'm not gonna have you roll anything. You have been doing this for like...
Apart from me, I'm in a hole.
Long time. Yeah, you're just sitting in your solitary cell. You're missing out on free time.
No, I'm not. Got pretty lights and shit to keep me company. Also, Dave.
Dave, wow. Dave's awesome.
Yeah,
and
Dave.
Jeff convinced the criminal to switch sides with his great charisma and also jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
They're the most important part of the equation.
Okay, so what is the rest of you gonna be doing on your free time? There is a library. There's like a room where you can watch TV. Mostly old movies and stuff like that have been rerunning for like an eternity.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second.
Something like that.
Well, I'm guessing my character tired of all the mundane stuff in life. We'll head to the library.
Okay, you head to the library. Is anybody gonna be trading any cards or do anything like that? wet anything? Wet your cards?
What sort of information could we get? And I have the gifts of Black Marketer and Streetwise, by the way, when trying to see what I can find out.
Alright. Sure, you can roll those dice to see what you can find out, what information. Like, are you looking for information you can buy, or do you have, or like just general information?
Well, usually the more valuable information is something that people would have stored away for someone who has the money, but I'll see if I can find anything good. What would I roll? Mind, questioning, and streetwise?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
And you were just looking for information.
In general, yes.
Okay.
Anything that might be able to help us get out of here.
Okay. Okay, roll them. I'm gonna roll.
And I'm going to add a favorite looking for information.
Alright.
Or like, yeah. So I'm gonna re-roll the one.
Okay, I'm gonna roll against you. Like, nobody really knows how to get in and out of this place. Like, mostly of the prisoners that came here was like hyper frozen. So they don't know how they get here. They don't know where they're in. Like, everybody kind of wakes up in their own cell after defreezing. And that is basically what you get to know. You know that there's some way in here, but they don't know where. Maybe you can find Catalyst and talk to him a little bit. Or
perhaps.
Or you could use the opportunities that I have given you and maybe make something up on your own.
Is there anywhere we could get a hold of rubber?
Rubber?
Why
Yes,
do I feel like
rubber.
something was missed? I just came back to that statement.
Like the material rubber?
Yes, the material. I'm not talking about like rubbers as in condoms. Get your mind out of the gutter, Joe.
That was a Dalton Gutters moment, not a Joe one, I don't think.
Yeah, I suppose there's a few people that is like have managed to smuggle that out. Would you like to tell me what kind of person would smuggle out rubber, Cameron?
Resourceful people who know that just about anyone might need anything at any given time.
Alright. So there's this house that have been
I don't think we start with anything, Christy.
You don't start with anything unless you have it in your in an outfit.
Dude, I have all kinds of stuff that I should have, but I won't have.
Yeah.
It's all in lockers, secured.
If it is even that.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, yeah, you know about this Towser, who usually just collect things that are not made of metal, or like a few small things that might be made of metal, like maybe he find a way to kind of to smuggle things out. His name is Bill. He's often in his own cell, kind of to himself. You can go talk to him. if you want to find the materials.
Alright. I'm gonna knock on his cell door.
It's open. He's just kind of sitting there on his bed and gonna looks up to you and kind of go like, "Ah, human, what do you want?"
Hey, Bill. How are ya? I'm looking for some stuff if I know
Well, do you
you're
have
my
the
guy.
cards?
Do you have I'm looking for?
It depends on what are you looking for.
Well, I'm
My
looking
virginity.
for some rubber scraps, enough to cover the shock, the electrodes or whatever it is inside the collars. For 5 people, that is.
That ain't any. That ain't some fancy things. It's gonna cost you a lot of cards.
Oh, will it?
Yes, it will. How much do you have?
How much do I have? Well, I don't have much on me now.
Well, I'll come back when you have a lot of cards on you, then.
Well,
But-
would be.
Talk.
I have a
what
quick
would be a
question.
lot? Because I have like 8 decently rated cards.
Just a decent. I would say I would like to have at least 50 decent cards.
Oh,
Or
but
if you can get 10 rare cards.
hold up.
You got a 7, didn't you? That is rare.
I did.
As did I.
No, decent.
Hold up here. See. Now, I've got a bit of a scheme, as it were, and this part of this rubber could potentially help us out a fair bit.
Well, how will it help me?
Well, say some people make it outside and continue connections with someone who stands to profit with selling goods to everyone else on the inside.
Well, I just want just to go alone. Not with just some strangers. I will be bringing some friends. You think you can take us all along?
Well, how many people are we talking about?
Maybe 2. I don't know yet. I will have to validate them.
Well, I can work with this. More people is certainly helpful.
Yes.
What sort of people are we talking about?
Oh, how about the Destructoid that you were talking next to just the other day? I'm surprised he hasn't reported you yet. But maybe I can give him a deal that he can't refuse. And then I got a girlfriend a few stories away from here. I want to bring her too.
How could she be of use?
Well, she's a great bitch.
Right. Alright, well, I suppose you won't have any need for cards if you get out of here, now will you?
I can still do with 1 or 2 rare cards. They can make a pretty penny on the open market. Even more on the black one.
Joe, can I make a roll to see if I've been listening in this whole time?
You are on the library. You're not close.
Okay, fair enough.
Hmm.
I didn't know. I don't know my surroundings. I figured I'd ask.
Well, I can't quite get a hold of those sort of things for you, but I would be the one to know how to make a profit off of them after getting out of this joint.
Joe, my personality is sly. I could have said that I was going to the library and lied.
No. He
You son of a
he
bitch.
simply nod and be like, all right. If you can find any rare cards, that is just a bonus for me, and also a good, and also a show off that you are legit.
Alright. Well, if I get a hold of any rare cards, I'll send them your way, but I expect you make use of them to help us find at least a few things that can help us out.
Absolutely. Now, hurry along. I need to go and talk to the murder machine before he reports you.
Alright.
He
I'll
kinda
walk out.
gets up off his bed and he locks his own cell and kinda walking down.
Alright, I'm walking off.
Alright. Let's turn to Cadius in the meantime. Cadius, you're going to the library.
Yes.
Actually, I have not asked Cassie where he's going. Cassie,
Then ask Kazzy.
Cassie, are you there? Where do you go?
I'm sitting in the TV room.
You go to the TV room. Okay.
Gonna fuck the toaster for
Do you
information.
do anything special in the TV room, or just gonna watch reruns?
I'm going to be listening in to the chatter between guards. Best I can.
Okay. Roll me an observation check then.
That's mind and observation.
Yep. Pardon me.
What is with these shit rolls?
You do notice that they are communicating about something, and that they are also sending communication to some place in the prison. You don't know where it is, but you do definitely noticing it. You kinda notice that something is going on. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Cadrius, what do you do? Cadrius?
All done.
What's going on? What was said? I'm sorry.
I'm wondering what you're doing in the library, and also I want to ask Godly to write down what she's doing.
Alright, what I'm doing in the library is, just pretend to be reading and listen in.
Sure, you can do that. Are you listening to the robotic guards or listening to the prisoners?
Listening to whoever's talking.
Okay, roll an observation. Who would be talking in the library?
The librarian?
Right.
No one talks in the library.
Well, fine then. If that's the case, then I go with electronics so I can hear electronic transmissions instead of hearing people talk, because we're in a library. As you said, nobody talks there.
Alright. Okay, roll your observation then.
Alright, observation, D8 mine, that's all I got.
Yes.
I didn't think about that being a big one, I should.
If you're using your electronic thing, you get your legacy.
Legacy.
Oh, okay, so I get another D8. But either way, I got a 7, so it's not
bad. Are you gonna roll the extra D8 then? Okay.
I just rolled 2 D8s, that's all I got.
Alright.
He's busy with a cock in his mouth.
That's exactly what I'm busy with. I always have a cock in my mouth. Don't you know that's why I can't talk half the time?
Yeah. Okay, you get the 7 there, so you kind of get the same sort of. you kind of get the same sort of feeling as Cassie. You feel like they are sending transmissions to some place in the prison that you haven't been in yet.
But I should still be able to hear said transmissions.
No, you just know that they are there. You don't hear what that they are about.
Okay,
His
so
real
you
life
don't
will
want.
be yours.
All right, I see how it is. I'm just gonna say that this transmission thing is pretty clear, set in stone.
I'm just saying what you're saying.
Go ahead.
Okay. Trying to find. Okay, so can somebody read for Christie?
Here, let me see. I'll do it if I had to. I just didn't notice that it was happening. Christy is trying to find paths around the place whence holes. Wait, no, maybe I can't read this.
No, she meant vents.
You meant vents, yeah.
Okay,
With a
she
W.
meant vents. Okay, trying to find paths around the place, vents, holes, unguarded doors, and sections.
All right, roll your observation roll.
I was just making sure I'm not that drunk yet. Wow. I was like, whence? Okay, maybe I don't understand this.
No, she's Swedish.
Alright.
It's Wessels.
I will have Rain read from now on, I think.
Oh, you bet.
Oh, fine then.
Dalton's getting too drunk.
I'm not even that drunk. I'm just having trouble reading. I thought she wrote whence. Why am I too drunk for reading whence? Instead of vents.
Maybe it's Kirsty's time to read out what she says.
I do think it's about time she starts talking to it for us. We've all playing for 6 months now. I ain't heard a voice. I'm starting to get upset.
You got a 1 and a 2.
Okay.
Take observation roll.
I have a sick observation roll. Super sick, homie. Super sick.
You want to have a favorite in pathways? Yeah, re-roll that 8.
Oh.
Yeah,
God, I mean, wow, just wow.
like you are being distracted. Like there's some people that is kind of like whistling on you, being like annoying, being like, "Hey, girl, won't you come and talk to us, eh? Hey, come here, shake that tail."
If she's in the library too, then I definitely would have heard that over transmissions.
No, it's in the main room or something.
Okay, I'm just
Maybe
making sure.
Hallway or wherever.
Now, Kirsty, you don't get your navigation skill with this.
Oh, my character doesn't get hoots and hollers? Fine then, Joe. I see how it is.
When you're flying.
Are you gonna do anything about these hooters that is just
These
whistling on you?
hooters?
Yeah,
I love your Swedishness, Joe. It's awesome.
Things come out so
Are
awkward.
you just gonna ignore them?
What, the Swedish?
Yeah, when he talks all Swedish.
Or you're just going to ignore them?
Okay, are you gonna buy the knife or are you gonna try and steal it from somebody?
Did I miss something? Sorry.
She's gonna try to get a knife. You try to steal it because, stealth and shits. Okay. Okay. Can you describe to me a person that would be carrying around a knife?
Or a shiv.
Or a shiv or something?
She finds a skinny man without a shirt, wearing a mohawk, tattered jeans, and tattered prison outfit almost to the knees. Clearly has nothing much else other than the shiv on it. Yeah, that he's using to threaten a fellow cellmate at the time.
We might just go with that.
Seems like you
do you
have
agree with
personal
that,
experience.
Cassie? Because you could save that person and steal the enemy shiv at the same time. Does that sound good to you?
I want to see what she is typing.
Yeah.
Someone either comes from the kitchen or somebody who works in the kitchen. People who act up. Okay, so you see this tall, skinny guy with a mohawk. Really? He's having a kitchen knife, and he's just kind of he's going up to another prisoner and kind of go like, "You didn't do your dishes. I can cut you for that, and maybe serve you as dinner tonight. Huh? Is that what you want? Fucking do your dishes, or cut you." I'm gonna throw the person back into the kitchen.
He straight up goes, "If you pull this shit again, I'll show you a whole new definition of back bacon."
Yeah.
I'm retarded.
Low profile is blended in the crowd.
Sure. This is a little bit of a crowd, so you can claim both stealth and low profile. You roll an evasion, but you're using your body instead of your speed.
It's usually speed with stealth, isn't it?
Yes.
But I think when she's sneaking stuff, it's the body, right?
Nope, still speed.
Is it still speed? Okay. Use your speed and your stealth bonuses.
I think body is usually for hiding things on you.
Okay.
But for actually swiping it is speed.
Yeah, evasion.
So she has what, 2d12s with this?
Mm-hmm.
Most likely.
Oh, goodness.
And she did it all wrong.
Let Christy re-roll the rest of that, but she clearly succeeded.
Yeah. Re-roll the 2d8s and 2d6.
I think we should start putting penalties on people who forget.
Okay. What's that? 11. You manage to he putting the knife down in his belt, and you go up and you swipe it and then tail away.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Whatever that. I can't copy it. Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
And I suppose you're hiding the knife on your body somewhere.
You know, stealth killing is near impossible in this system.
What do you mean? Christie's typing. Okay. Do you hide it in your room, or do you hide it in